Hello, my name is Masarra, and I was actually born in Iraq to parents who were Christians, which was a minority in that part of the world. And my parents made the great sacrifice to decide to leave Iraq with nothing more than the clothes on their back. But they had their faith in God, and that carried them through. Don't get me wrong, the story wasn't easy, and it was filled with journeys of climbing mountains, going over rapids, staying in the wilderness overnight, and even having the threat of having their children taken away from them. But when my parents tell me this story, what I see is not them telling me what they did, but telling me what God did and how much He did to protect us. And when my younger sister was born, they actually named her Malak, which in Arabic translates to angel, because they believed that the angel of the Lord protected them throughout their entire journey. And that, to me, as a young girl, was faith that was alive, and I could see it. And I can't explain to you just how beautiful that was to have that example in my life. I owe a great deal of thanks to my mom, a lot. She also sacrificed quite a bit when we were young, and she chose that instead of bringing us to an Arabic church where they didn't have a children's program, to bring us to an English church where they did. You know, as an immigrant girl coming into a predominantly white church and seeing them love on us and just take care of us and live out Christ. When people talk about faith, like, the ones that always stand out to me is when it's alive and you can see it, and it's not something that they just say, but they live it out. And when they lived that out in my life, and the way they treasured my family, and it just got me to thinking that there is something special about this God that I love. You know, if I can be honest, a number of years ago, I thought I had lost my faith and all hope. And I couldn't hear God, I couldn't see God, I couldn't feel Him. I would just sit in my room and cry out to Him and just wait for Him. And it took a lot of those moments of me just sitting and crying out to Him. But then I realized He was there all along. He began to pour out His love on me anew, and I fell in love with Him all over again. And I realized just how much He did, and that my faith wasn't in me and what I could do and what I did or didn't do. It was ultimately in Him. He's the anchor of my faith. He's the only reason I have faith. And when you learn to love Him, all these other things become secondary, and you want to spend time with Him, and you'll want to. And you know, the cry of my heart is that one thing I desire of the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and seek Him in His temple. It's not about me. It's about Him. It's not even about my story or my faith. It's all about Him. And I guess if you remember anything, it would just be to love Him, because He loves you first. And that's what makes faith unshakable.